In the sterile white corridors of the Mars Collaborative Research Station, Jay Park adjusted her quantum interface scanner with careful precision. The laboratory hummed with a quiet intensity, its advanced equipment casting soft blue and green lights across the metallic surfaces. Outside the reinforced windows, the rust-colored Martian landscape stretched endlessly, a silent witness to humanity's most ambitious scientific endeavor. Jay's fingers traced the delicate circuitry of an experimental quantum resonance device. She was different from other researchers, younger, more intuitive, with a reputation for taking risks that made her senior colleagues nervous. Her dark hair was pulled back tightly, her eyes focused with an almost dangerous level of concentration. The device before her was unlike anything humanity had ever constructed. Recovered from an archaeological site deep beneath the Martian surface, it appeared to be a technological artifact that predated current human understanding. Most of her colleagues believed it was simply an intricate piece of ancient machinery. Jay believed something more profound existed within its complex structure. Her computer screens flickered with complex mathematical equations and quantum probability models. Something felt different today. The ambient temperature in the lab seemed to shift subtly, almost imperceptibly. The quantum interface began to pulse with a rhythm that didn't match any programmed sequence. "System stability is holding," she muttered to herself, though no one else was in the room. Suddenly, a precise vibration emerged from the device. Not mechanical, but something more alive. The quantum resonance scanner began producing data sets that defied current scientific comprehension. Patterns emerged that suggested an intelligence far beyond human technological understanding. Jay's hand hovered over the emergency shutdown mechanism. Training told her to stop. Instinct told her to continue. The device started generating complex, holographic projections, star maps, technological schematics, and fragmented communication protocols that seemed to originate from somewhere impossibly distant. Each projection carried an energy signature that felt forbidden. In that moment, Jay understood she was witnessing something monumentally significant. This wasn't just a scientific discovery. This was a potential gateway to understanding technologies that had been deliberately hidden from human civilization. The holographic projections began displaying intricate technological blueprints. They revealed communication methods that could transcend current limitations of faster-than-light travel, quantum entanglement principles that seemed to exist beyond current scientific understanding, flickered across the screens. Unbeknownst to Jay, her discovery was sending quantum resonance signals across vast interstellar distances. Alien monitoring systems, which had remained dormant for centuries, began to awaken. Subtle alarm mechanisms triggered in monitoring stations light years away from the Mars research facility. Something ancient and powerful had been disturbed. The quantum interface continued generating data, each second revealing more complex information. Star charts showing galactic regions humans had never mapped. Communication protocols that suggested multiple advanced civilizations had agreed to suppress certain technological knowledge. Jay's breathing became measured. She recognized that what she was seeing could fundamentally change humanity's understanding of technology, space travel, and their place in the universe. Her research tablet began recording everything, creating a comprehensive log of the unprecedented event. Each millisecond of data could represent years of scientific breakthrough. As the holographic projections continued, Jay realized she had just opened a door that might never be closed again. The forbidden technology was revealing itself, piece by intricate piece, challenging everything humanity thought they knew about technological progress. In the silent Martian research station, with rust-colored landscapes outside and advanced quantum technology humming around her, Jay Park stood at the precipice of a discovery that would reshape human civilization forever. The quantum interface continued its mysterious transmission. Indifferent to the monumental implications of its activation, somewhere in the vast, dark expanses of space, something was watching, and it was very, very interested. The first alien communication arrived precisely 72 hours after Jay Park's discovery. It materialized in the primary communication hub of Earth's United Science Council. a holographic projection that simultaneously appeared in research centers worldwide. The message was clinical, almost emotionless. Representatives from the Galactic Collaborative Council demanded immediate cessation of all quantum research conducted on the Martian artifact. Their transmission carried an underlying threat that felt more substantial than diplomatic protocol. Hyun Kim, lead coordinator of interstellar communications, studied the holographic projection with calculated calm. His fingers moved swiftly across digital interfaces, analyzing every microscopic detail of the transmission. Something about the alien communication felt unusual, not just threatening, but genuinely concerned. "They want us to shut everything down," he muttered to his research team. The alien projection continued its methodical explanation. Humanity had accidentally activated a technological construct that had been deliberately hidden for thousands of galactic generations. The quantum interface represented more than just scientific curiosity. It was a potential universal disruption. Earth's political leadership convened emergency meetings. Military strategists reviewed potential defensive scenarios. Scientists like Jae Park and Hyun Kim became unexpected focal points of a potential intergalactic confrontation. The Galactic Council's transmission contained subtle technological warnings. They demonstrated capabilities far beyond human understanding. Quantum communication networks that could instantaneously transmit information across entire star systems. Each projection revealed glimpses of technological sophistication that made human advancements look primitive. But something else caught Hyun's attention. Hidden within the complex transmission were fragmented data packets, almost like accidental leakages of information. These subtle technological breadcrumbs suggested the Galactic Council was not as unified as their presentation implied. Some alien civilizations within the Council seemed genuinely curious about humanity's discovery. Others appeared genuinely terrified. Jae Park, watching the transmission from her Martian research station, recognized patterns that suggested deeper complexity. The quantum interface she had activated was not just a technological artifact. It was a key, a potential doorway to understanding universal technological restrictions. Military installations worldwide began preparing defensive protocols. Satellite networks activated advanced scanning systems. Every global communication channel became a potential battleground of technological interpretation. The alien projection continued its ultimatum. Humanity had 72 hours to surrender all research, data, and completely deactivate the quantum interface. Failure would result in total technological isolation, a diplomatic and scientific death sentence for an emerging civilization. Hyun Kim's team began analyzing the transmission's subtle quantum signatures. They discovered something extraordinary. The communication itself carried embedded technological information. Each transmission was simultaneously a threat and a technological lesson. "They're testing us," Hyun explained to his closest researchers. "This isn't just a diplomatic interaction. This is a technological evaluation." Political leaders from major world governments began emergency consultations. The discovery threatened to reshape humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. Were they being warned, threatened, or invited to something far more complex? The quantum interface continued generating data, indifferent to the potential intergalactic conflict brewing around its existence. Each millisecond of transmission represented potential technological breakthrough or potential universal conflict. Jae Park understood something her political and military colleagues did not. The quantum interface was alive in a way technology had never been before. It wasn't just a machine. It was a communication system waiting to be understood. As the 72-hour ultimatum ticked away, humanity stood at a critical moment. Surrender the research and remain technologically restricted, or challenge the Galactic Council's technological monopoly. The choice would define humanity's future. In research stations, military command centers, and political chambers worldwide, one question echoed. What happens when a young civilization accidentally discovers something they were never meant to find? The quantum interface continued its silent transmission, waiting, watching. revealing glimpses of a technological universe far more complex than anyone had imagined. Something ancient was awakening, and humanity would never be the same. The research facility buzzed with nervous energy. Hyun Kim's team worked relentlessly, transforming the mysterious quantum interface data into functional prototypes. Their workspace looked like a controlled chaos of wires, holographic projections, and advanced computing systems. Jay Park stood at the center, her hands moving swiftly across quantum processing units. Each prototype represented a direct challenge to the Galactic Council's technological restrictions. The quantum communication device they were developing could potentially revolutionize human understanding of interstellar communication. Their first breakthrough came unexpectedly. A small quantum transceiver began generating communication patterns that defied current scientific understanding. It could transmit information across impossible distances, creating quantum entanglement that seemed to ignore traditional physics. "We've done it," Hyun whispered, watching the device pulse with an otherworldly blue light. Military and scientific observers watched in stunned silence. The prototype could potentially communicate faster than light, breaking every known limitation of current space technology. Each successful test brought humanity closer to a technological revolution. The Galactic Council's monitoring systems detected every experiment. Alien observation vessels increased their presence around Earth's solar system, their massive structures casting subtle shadows across Mars and Earth's orbital zones. Jay understood the deeper implications. This wasn't just about creating a new communication device. They were challenging an entire galactic technological hierarchy that had existed for thousands of generations. The quantum interface continued revealing complex technological blueprints. Some designs suggested energy generation methods that could solve planetary resource challenges. Others hinted at faster-than-light travel technologies that would transform human exploration capabilities. Each prototype represented a piece of forbidden knowledge. The research team worked with a combination of scientific precision and revolutionary passion. They knew they were writing a new chapter in human technological history. Diplomatic channels between Earth and the Galactic Council became increasingly tense. Alien representatives sent increasingly aggressive communication warnings. But humanity had discovered something profound: the ability to challenge established technological limitations. The quantum communication prototype could do something extraordinary. It could not just transmit information, but could potentially create quantum bridges between different spatial locations. A technology that could rewrite everything humans understood about distance and communication. Hyun Kim's algorithm decryption team worked around the clock. They discovered the quantum interface contained more than just technological blueprints. It carried complex historical records of technological suppressions conducted by the Galactic Council. They've been controlling technological progress across multiple civilizations, Jay realized. Studying the fragmented data records, the prototypes began showing capabilities that terrified and excited the research team. One small quantum transceiver could potentially communicate across thousands of light years in milliseconds. Another prototype suggested energy generation methods that could transform entire planetary ecosystems. Military strategists recognized the potential defensive capabilities. These quantum technologies could create communication and defensive systems far beyond current human understanding. As alien observation vessels increased their presence, humanity's research continued. Each successful prototype was a statement, a declaration that they would not be technologically restricted by external forces. The quantum interface pulsed with an almost living energy. It seemed to be guiding human researchers, revealing technological secrets piece by careful piece. Jay Park understood they were doing more than developing technology. They were challenging an entire galactic technological ecosystem that had existed for millennia. The research facility became a beacon of human potential. Scientists from around the world watched their progress, recognizing this as a pivotal moment in human technological evolution. Hyun Kim looked at Jay, a subtle smile crossing his face. "We're changing everything," he said quietly. The quantum prototypes continued generating data. each transmission a subtle rebellion, each breakthrough a challenge to established galactic technological restrictions. Humanity was no longer just observing the universe. They were preparing to reshape it, and the Galactic Council was about to discover how dangerous a curious, determined civilization could be. The alien warships appeared suddenly, casting massive shadows across Earth's orbital zones. Hundreds of metallic structures positioned themselves with mathematical precision, creating a technological blockade that stretched beyond human visual comprehension. J. Park watched from the Martian research station, her hands moving quickly across quantum communication interfaces. The confrontation they had anticipated was now a reality. Humanity's technological defiance had triggered an unprecedented galactic response. Diplomatic channels erupted with intense communication. The Galactic Council's primary representative, a holographic projection with crystalline features, delivered a final ultimatum. Humanity must immediately surrender all quantum research or face complete technological isolation. Hyun Kim's research team had prepared for this moment. Their quantum prototypes were no longer just experimental devices. They were potential weapons of technological resistance. Military installations worldwide activated advanced defense protocols. Satellite networks began scanning the alien fleet, analyzing their technological signatures. Each moment was a delicate balance between potential conflict and diplomatic negotiation. The alien fleet demonstrated extraordinary technological capabilities. They could create quantum interference fields that could potentially disable entire planetary communication systems. Their weapon systems suggested technologies far beyond human understanding, but humanity had its own surprise. The quantum interface, prototypes began generating unexpected responses. Instead of being passive receivers, they started actively communicating with the alien fleet's communication networks. Complex data packets transmitted information that challenged the Galactic Council's technological monopoly. Some alien civilizations within the Council's observation fleet showed genuine curiosity. Their communication signatures suggested internal debates about humanity's unexpected technological breakthrough. Jay recognized something profound happening. This was more than a confrontation. This was a technological evaluation of humanity's potential. The research facility transmitted comprehensive data packages. Each transmission contained not just technological blueprints, but evidence of how these quantum technologies could solve universal challenges. Energy generation methods that could transform planetary ecosystems. Communication technologies that could connect distant civilizations. Hyun Kim's mathematical models demonstrated how human quantum research could potentially revolutionize existing galactic technological understanding. Their prototype suggested solutions to problems that had existed for thousands of galactic generations. Military strategists prepared defensive scenarios, but the scientific team understood this was not a traditional conflict. This was a battle of technological potential. The alien fleet's communication networks became increasingly complex. Some vessels began showing signs of technological curiosity. Others maintained aggressive positioning, ready to enforce the Galactic Council's restrictions. Jay's quantum interface continued generating unexpected data. It was almost as if the technology was alive, guiding human researchers through a complex technological landscape. Political leaders from Earth delivered a unified message. Humanity would not surrender its technological research. They presented comprehensive data showing the potential benefits of their quantum discoveries. The confrontation became a delicate dance of technological potential and diplomatic negotiation. Each transmission, each quantum communication packet, was a subtle challenge to established galactic technological restrictions. Alien observation vessels began showing internal communication conflicts. Some civilizations saw humanity as a potential threat. Others recognized the innovative spirit of this young civilization. Hyun Kim's team continued transmitting data. Their quantum prototypes demonstrated capabilities that suggested humanity was not just a developing civilization, but a potential technological force. The Martian research station became the focal point of this unprecedented confrontation. Every transmission, every quantum communication packet carried the potential to reshape galactic technological understanding. J. Park understood they were writing a new chapter in human history. This was more than a technological breakthrough. This was humanity's declaration of technological independence. The alien fleet maintained its position. Massive structures casting shadows across Earth's orbital zones, waiting, watching, evaluating humanity's potential. Each moment was a delicate balance between potential conflict and technological revolution. Humanity had discovered something profound. They were no longer just observers of the universe. They were about to become active participants. And the Galactic Council was about to discover how dangerous a curious civilization could be. The quantum communication network activated with a silent pulse that seemed to vibrate across the entire universe. J. Park watched as the first transmission pierced through layers of galactic barriers, her hands steady on the quantum interface, controls. Humanity's message was simple but profound. They were not asking permission. They were declaring their technological potential. The alien fleet's massive structures began to shift. Some vessels moved with increased agitation, while others displayed unexpected patterns of technological curiosity. The Galactic Council's unified front was crumbling. Hyun Kim's mathematical models had predicted this moment. The quantum interface was more than a communication device. It was a key that could unlock technological restrictions that had existed for thousands of generations. Earth's research stations transmitted comprehensive data packages. Each transmission carried not just technological blueprints, but evidence of humanity's innovative potential. Energy generation methods that could transform planetary ecosystems. Communication technologies that could connect distant civilizations. Something extraordinary began happening. The quantum interface started generating unexpected responses from different alien civilizations. Some communication signatures suggested internal debates about humanity's technological breakthrough. The Martian research station became the epicenter of a technological revolution. Jay understood they were doing more than developing new technology. They were challenging an entire galactic technological ecosystem. Military strategists watched in stunned silence. The quantum communication network was creating quantum bridges between different spatial locations. Technologies that could rewrite everything humans understood about distance and communication. Alien observation vessels began showing complex communication patterns. Some civilizations saw humanity as a potential threat. Others recognized the innovative spirit of this young technological civilization. The first complete quantum communication transmission carried more than just data. It was a declaration of humanity's technological independence. Complex information packets revealed potential solutions to universal challenges that had existed for millennia. Hyun Kim's team continued monitoring the transmissions. Each quantum pulse carried the potential to reshape galactic technological understanding. The interface seemed to be guiding human researchers, revealing technological secrets piece by careful piece. Political leaders from Earth watched the unfolding scenario. What had started as a potential conflict was transforming into something entirely unexpected. The Galactic Council was being forced to recognize humanity's technological potential. The quantum interface pulsed with an almost living energy. It wasn't just transmitting information. It was creating a new technological dialogue between civilizations. J. Park recognized the profound moment. Humanity was no longer just observing the universe. They were becoming active participants in a much larger technological ecosystem. Alien communication networks began showing unprecedented activity. Some civilizations started transmitting data back to the human research teams. The technological barriers were breaking down. The research facility became a beacon of human potential. Scientists worldwide watched as humanity's first complete quantum communication network transformed everything they understood about technological progress. Hyun Kim looked at Jay, a subtle smile crossing his face. "We've changed everything," he said quietly. The quantum prototypes continued generating data, each transmission a subtle revolution, each breakthrough a challenge to established galactic technological restrictions. As the final quantum communication pulse transmitted, something remarkable happened. The alien fleet's positioning began to change. Some vessels moved closer to Earth's orbital zones, no longer in a threatening posture but with technological curiosity. The Galactic Council was being forced to recognize a simple truth. Humanity was not just another developing civilization. They were a potential technological force that could reshape universal understanding. J. Park watched the transmission data, understanding they had done something extraordinary. They had opened a door that could never be closed again. The universe would never be the same. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy was about to learn what it meant to be truly curious.